Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In the latest patch notes there was this rather cryptic line, quests. Another round of quest tuning to make difficulty more consistent. And this has of course caused a number of conspiracy theories about what does this exactly mean. So I figured I would make this video. I want to talk about bosses in Warcraft Rumble. I want to talk about how do the bosses function, what are really the internal mechanics of those bosses, and what does Blizzard mean when they say that they're doing quest tuning. So let's take a look. When you start a game as a player, there are certain mechanics that exist. You start with 7 gold, and then you start gaining more gold, and you have reached 10 gold at 3:21, so in 9 seconds, so you gain 0.33 gold per second. You also have a specific opening hand, which is randomized, so out of your deck you get certain cards in your hand and then you will get more over time. These same exact mechanics apply to bosses. Bosses also have starting gold, they also have income, they also have a deck. In addition to this, they also have various map-specific mechanics. There is actually one boss in the game at the moment who does not have a deck, and that boss is Herod. Herod is the only boss that's completely scripted. Only thing Herod has is the map-specific mechanics. There's this group of footmen and shaman that's coming at you, and as we wait another 3 seconds here, and boom, and now there is this group of grunt and pyromancers that's coming at you. So Herod is a completely scripted encounter. This is the only one. Every other boss has gold, income and a deck. And as you may guess from that, Blizzard's main tuning tools when it comes to bosses are bosses starting gold, bosses income. For example, your income is 0.33 gold per second, but Blizzard can fine-tune this at a very minuscule level. For example, some bosses may have income of 0.29 or 0.23, or it can actually be really difficult to figure out what boss's income is just by observing, because it can go down to 1/100th of a gold piece per second. So yeah, figuring out what's the difference there exactly, that can be really difficult. And finally, if these don't give the desired result, especially when it comes to quests, then Blizzard can also touch the map mechanics themselves. But for the vast majority of quest tuning, it's a question of Blizzard adjusting the starting gold, giving the boss a little bit more or a little bit less gold at the start, and adjusting the boss income. And most of the time, boss income is actually lower than player income, because bosses also have these map mechanics that are going to give them some free stuff, so then they just don't get as much gold on top of that as well. Which is also why it can be an effective strategy to deny the boss mining, because mining just gives boss a lot more gold. And as for those map mechanics, the most notable map mechanic probably when it comes to quest tuning is Rain Wolfrunner, because in the normal and heroic versions of Rain Wolfrunner, Rain has these 300s at the start and then those 100s are going to be sent at your base, but in the quest version they are missing. However, they do still exist. They actually start to come later on during the fight, but the early rush is completely missing from the quest version. So that's one sort of tuning that Blizzard can also do when simply tuning the income and starting gold of the boss is not enough. So that's how bosses work in Warcraft Rumble, and that's how Blizzard tunes the bosses. For quest tuning, they have some targets in mind about how often people should be able to beat those bosses, how difficult they should be overall. They can adjust, for example, the boss income at a very minuscule level to achieve just the right win rate over a huge sample size. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.